Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, listen, today's video is going to be much like our weekend wrap up, where we kind of take bits and pieces and clips and kind of put it into one video. But my clips are going to go back to yesterday and a portion of today. Yesterday being the 4th of July, today being the 5th. So we're just going to start that now. There is going to be some cooking on this video. We are going to be making some jalapeno poppers. I've got some bacon thawing right now. And so we're going to get those made in this video somewhere. So if you're here for cooking, there's some in here. But just kind of fast forward till you get to it. But if you're here just for the cooking. But if you're not, I'd love for you to stay for the whole video. So, all right, let's just go right back into yesterday. Pick up like where the day began. It was still dark outside and quite a bit hard working. So, not for me though. And you'll hear that in just a little bit. So we're going to go back to that, and I'm going to gather the ingredients. And once we catch up to today, I'll meet you back right here and we'll put some jalapeno poppers together.
It's 4 a.m. in the morning, and today's a good day because our chickens leave today because they're heading to the processing plant so they can be on a grocery shelf near you, at a Costco near you. Because our chickens are organic, they go to Costco as Kirkland's Best Organic Chickens. My division of Pilgrim's Pride, that's the company we grow for, out of Sanford, North Carolina, provides all the organic chicken for Costco all across the United States of America. So if you buy Kirkland's Best Organic Chicken, it comes from a chicken farm in North Carolina, probably Randolph County, Chatham County, Moore County, and the surrounding areas right there. But anyway, hey, just figured I'd come on here a second. If you notice, somebody else normally does this particular part of the video when we're selling chickens, but they are at home in the bed. This morning, Daniel and Isaac and myself, we're handling getting rid of chickens, while Miss Leslie is home resting her little eyes. But anyway, hey, this is our favorite flock of the year. I'll tell you why. Because when this flock is done, we go, guess where we go? On vacation. So this is always my favorite flock, because we head on vacation after this flock. Another reason it's my favorite flock is because your summertime flocks, they grow better than your wintertime flock. What I mean when I say better, salt is added back in the feed, which is a sustainability of a nutrient that they need. Also too, it helps them gain weight, retain water. And so your birds are bigger, they're prettier, they look good, and they live better. And so I like this flock because that's just how it rolls. But anyway, hey, thought I'd share that with you this morning. And hang tight. I'll show you some other things later on today.
Hey everyone, it is the 4th of July and it has been a busy day for Bryant, Daniel, and Isaac. They have sold chickens all day. And now Bryant's come home, he rested a little bit, and now we are headed to some friend's house for a 4th of July cookout. And I have eaten like a pig today, but I have only eaten one thing. But I've eaten it several times. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about this later on in the video, but when I tell you how I eat this, I am definitely losing my Southern card. So, but hang tight for that story. It's coming. But first, we're going to some friend's house for a cookout. So, come on.
Have you tried it yet, Jason?
You gotta melt it.
Was real fun?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh!
Exactly. It's pointing it. I want to play.
everybody.
What'd you eat?
Ate my burger and half of her burger she wouldn't eat. Watermelon, cowboy beans,
How many cowboy beans?
a bunch. Had some pasta salad. Had some, what do you call it, broccoli salad?
Broccoli salad.
Broccoli salad, chocolate ice cream. I ate anything on there.
No diet today.
Delicious. It was all great.
There's Heather and Jason.
Let's go, Heather. Let's go.
Well, hey, Levi.
You had a ball over the net.
Yeah, that's the wrong foot.
Didn't touch the net. I saw it was a white feet.
Yeah, put that shoe on the other foot.
I don't know what you done.
Here comes the ball in. Is she quitting?
Last time we did adult
All right, so I told you a little bit ago there is a sandwich that I eat that, and the way I eat it, I kind of lose my Southern card. Everybody knows around here the mayonnaise of choice is Duke's. The label fell off the container, but anyway, it's Duke's, and that is. I was actually raised before Duke's became real popular down here. I was raised on JFG mayonnaise. Does anybody remember JFG mayonnaise? I don't even think I don't know if they still make it or not. But that's what my mama used until she went to Duke's. And then it's been Duke's ever since. This is the only mayonnaise Bryant uses, blah, blah, blah. Well, there's a sandwich. To me, I mean, I'm sure they eat it everywhere. So if I say something is Southern, it doesn't mean they don't eat it elsewhere. It just means it's very prominent down here in the South. We eat it a lot down here. And there's a sandwich we eat down here, and everybody has to have Dukes on it. Everybody. And that is a tomato sandwich. But I do not eat Dukes on my tomato sandwich. Now, this is going to be a shocker. Now, there is a story as to why. So, let me tell you the story. Tomato sandwiches have always been one of my favorite sandwiches ever. I mean, you know, they say your taste buds change every few years. Well, mine has never changed with this. Well, let me back up. I have always loved tomato sandwiches up until a point. As a little girl, I loved tomato sandwiches. Loved them. And when I was in kindergarten, my mama, bless her, went ahead and made me a tomato sandwich. Made it. Like, put the mayonnaise on the bread, put the tomato on the bread, put the salt and pepper on the bread, put the bread on top, stuck it in a baggie, put it in my lunchbox. And I was so excited to have a tomato sandwich for lunch because it's always a fresh garden tomato. Oh my goodness, so good. I was so excited. I got that sandwich out and look, I took a bite of that sandwich and the bread was, hang on. I can't even talk about it without getting a little queasy. But anyway, it was soggy. And I don't mean just a little soggy. Y'all, I just had to quit filming and walk away because it just makes me sick. Anyway, it was super duper soggy, like bleh. And I'm okay now. But anyway, so I never again, ever touched another tomato sandwich until I was 15 years old. So I was 5 or 6 in kindergarten, you know, depending on what part of the year it was. I don't remember, but anyway. And so I never touched another tomato sandwich till I turned 15 years old. I went to work at a local rest home right up the road. I was, again, 15 years old, so I could not work with the patients at 15, but I had to start out in the kitchen. And so I worked in dietary to begin with. And they had brown bread. And, oh, Mama made my sandwich on white bread. It was always white bread. But the dietary department there had brown bread. That's what I call it. But it was brown bread. I don't know if it was wheat or autumn grain or da-da-da. I don't know. I think it was probably like an autumn grain or a honey wheat or something like that. And they had Miracle Whip. And one of my coworkers was fixing her sandwich and it looked so good. And I decided to try another tomato sandwich. And I tried it with Miracle Whip. That's what they had. And it was delicious. And I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. In fact, I started buying brown bread, Miracle Whip, and I prefer the light Miracle Whip. Not because I'm trying, I mean, not for weight purposes, but just because I like it. And anyway, that's what I have always bought. And there for a while, I ate it with Wild and Mild corn chips. I don't know if you remember the Wild and Mild corn chips, but that's what I ate it with. And now it's Doritos. I've substituted, because I can't find Wild and Mild corn chips anymore, so I just substitute it with Doritos. And but I have it on honey wheat or autumn grain or whatever, you know, not a full wheat bread, but kind of that in between. And Miracle Whip. So yes, I've lost my Southern card. But anyway, that's the story of how I ended up with Miracle Whip on my tomato sandwiches. And I'm telling you, it was traumatizing. I mean, obviously you can see when I just think about it, it makes me physically sick. Ugh. Anyway, it was so soggy. I don't mean just a little soggy. I mean, ooh, ugh. Okay, all right. I'm going to compose myself again, and we're going to put together some jalapeno poppers. Okay, so I have a bowl here that I'm going to mix my filling in. But before I mix my filling, I'm taking the bag that the jalapenos came in, and I'm kind of putting it down in there. And I'm going to use that same bowl as kind of a trash bowl as I slice and de-seed my jalapenos. Okay, now I should have gotten out a cutting board, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to take the time to get it out. So I just cut the top off, and then I cut it straight down the center, much like that. And I sometimes run a knife if it looks like it's a little tough or whatever, I'll run a knife down there. But what I like to do is just take a spoon and I just pop it in there and scrape, and see, you can get that membrane and the seeds right out. Now do not touch your face after you've done this, because you'll burn your eyes. All right, so I'm going to keep doing that to the rest of these jalapenos. I'll meet you back once I get them all cut in half, seeded, the membranes removed, and then I'll throw this bag away that's in here. I'll just reach in and pull it out, throw it away, and we'll put together the filling that goes in here. So see, here is my pepper scraps, and all I have to do is take this bag right out, tie it up, throw it away, and now I can mix my mixture in here. So let me grab everything I need. I'll meet you back in just a second. So in here I have some cream cheese that I nuked for about 45 seconds. I find I'm terrible about laying stuff out, thinking about it at the last minute, and I've just found that if I nuke it for a few seconds, but if you don't like doing that, don't do that. Just let it out and let it get to room temperature. But I just think it works better, and I don't have to worry about laying it out. So to my cream cheese, I'm going to add some just shredded cheddar cheese. As much or as little as you like. I'm not going to give amounts to this because this is a preference type thing. So there we go. And so to that mixture, I'm going to add in some bacon bits. Again, a preference situation. Oh, I don't think I meant to do that many, but that's okay. We're going to have a really bacony, I didn't mean to pour that much. Might want to scoop it out. But hey, but I think it's actually going to be a perfect amount. Alright, so let me grab a little garlic powder. I think I'm just going to add some garlic powder and maybe a little bit of black pepper to this. Little bit of black pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to give that a mixy mix. And there is our filling for our jalapeno poppers. So what I'm going to do is let me see here. Try to get this where you guys can see and it's convenient for me. So I just take one of my peppers, and it really is, if your cream cheese is softened well enough like this is, it really goes in well. So I'm just going to kind of set those right there as I fill them. And then I can go back once I get them all filled. And if I need to top them off and add some more, I surely can. All right. All right, I'm going to keep doing this. I'll bring you back and show you what we do next. So I have them all filled now. And so what I'm going to do here is just going to open up some bacon, maybe. I think my scissors, my kitchen scissors need some work. Good gracious. They just want to be ornery. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. We're going to see if a half works or if I should use a whole. But you're going to take your, oh, I think a half worked good on that one, and just wrap it with bacon. There we go. So let's do another one. Let's do a fairly big one and see if the bacon half is going to work or if I need to leave it whole. Oh, come here. My hands got greasy with the bacon and it's starting to slip and slide. I might need a whole piece on that one. Let me take the small ones. Well, I believe we're going to need whole pieces. All right. I'll use these, so don't worry about me using those, but I want to show you. And we may have to cut it off, make it a quarter of a one, and then you can just fry up the extra pieces, and oh my goodness. All right. So I'm just going to wrap these, and I will bring you back when I get them all wrapped and tell you how you can cook these up. So here they are, ready to go in however you want to cook them. Now, you can do them in the oven. I would set your oven to 400, put them on parchment paper, and I don't know how long it would take. You would just have to watch. I would guesstimate 20 minutes. That is a guesstimation, but you would just need to watch and see when your bacon got done. I like doing them in the air fryer, so that's what I'm going to do. Same thing, I put it on 400 because I think that's as high as my air fryer goes, is 400. And I just watch them. So I can tell you exactly how many minutes when they get done, but I'm going to go put these in the air fryer. And before long, we're going to have a good little snack. So, all right, I'll see you back in just a minute. The only problem with the basket style air fryer is they don't, if you do as many as I did, they don't all fit. I think I got 8 in there and I have 2 more that didn't fit. So we'll just do those separately. I still like the air fryer, and but I definitely could have done it in the oven and got them all done. But we'll see. I have it set on 15 minutes, but I'll check it I'll check it periodically as it's going. And then when we come back, I'll tell you exactly how many minutes it took in my air fryer. So, all right. And, they're like stoves. They're all different. So, ovens. But anyway, I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'll see you back in just a second. So the first batch took about 20 minutes, even in the air fryer. And the second batch took about 15, I think, because there was less in there. So I had packed this batch full. So I think I'm going to give it a tasty taste. And then I'll film Bryant tasting it when he comes in. So that is so good. So good. And let me tell you, if you're watching carbs, now, if you're watching fat, don't do this one. If you're watching carbs, this is a great snack, a great meal. This would make a great meal. Very, very, very good. And there's something about cooking the jalapenos that, now some of these were mild. Maria has taught me how to tell if they're going to have a little heat to them or not. But the majority of these already looked a little mild. But there's something about cooking them that I think makes the taste even milder. The heat. Bryant loves these. So, as soon as he gets in, I'll get his take on them. And so good. So good. So, hang tight. I'll wait for him. And we will end this video as soon as he gives us his thumbs up or thumbs down on these. But I already know they're going to be a thumbs up. But, okay, we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, everybody, we're down to 2, so that ought to tell you something. But I told him he had to try it anyway, so.
Somebody's been in them.
He's full.
No, I'm not quite full. But anyway, look at all that goodness right there. See that cream cheese? What all's in them?
Cream cheese, bacon, jalapeno, garlic powder.
They're good hot, and they're good cold. One bite?
Nope, I'm full. I've had 2 or 3 myself.
One more bite.
One more. You've never seen me have a bite.
I
They
know.
saw me eat a whole one.
I know. Those things will make any party a favorite party.
And like I said, very low carb.
Somebody wants to say hello to y'all. Ready? Guess
It's
who it is?
Bluey.
It's Bluey. Can you say hello, buddy?
Hey,
Say hey, everybody.
Tell
Say
them where we're going.
Happy 4th of July.
happy 4th of July.
Where are
Be a
we
little louder.
going?
Where we going? Where we going?
Lake.
Going to the lake.
Lake.
So we're going to go tubing.
Tubing.
That's right. All right, here we go.
I didn't know it was going tubing. That may change Bubbles' mind.
Look, she's going to tube.
So, okay, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us and going to a 4th of July picnic, and we just had a great time. So, we will see you next time on the Farm and Pastor's Way. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.